Hi, my name is Jennifer Kranjec. I am an online hypnosis practitioner and I help people in the surgical, medical, and healthcare communities live healthier, happier lives. Today, I'd like to discuss alcohol cravings. Now, in the healthcare world, a lot of doctors and surgeons, anesthesiologists, and among other people, specialists in healthcare, find that they are struggling with addiction. And this is a major job hazard because of the amount of stress and strain and long hours and exhaustion that this community goes through for their profession. And if you are somebody who is struggling with alcohol, or you are somebody who is quitting alcohol and you are fighting the cravings of an alcohol addiction or an old alcohol addiction, this is something that can consume you all day, all night, and especially when there's internal or external triggers that happen to you throughout the day that force you to want to have that drink, to calm yourself down, get that dopamine rush from that craving. And this is something that puts your career in jeopardy, not just your career also, but your family as well, your private life. So when you are having these addictions, you are going through, all of the symptoms, the continuous thought loop around having that next drink to calm down. Maybe you're just looking at the end of the day and you just cannot wait to get out of your office or out of your work environment just so you could go home and maybe explore having a drink, or you're just trying to fight the craving itself and not let it consume you at all. And when this is happening, it is taking over your entire life. And you know this. I don't have to say this. I mean, you are in the healthcare community, you understand exactly what this is. And when this happens, it's destroying your thought process. You can't function. There's nothing else around other than that next feeling of the craving, or how you're going to fight the craving or get past the craving or get over the craving. And if the craving happens, it's so strong and you succumb to it, again, you're back in this cycle of the negative thought loop that you're weak somehow, or that you're not good enough. Maybe you have imposter syndrome. Maybe your work life is just taking too much of a toll on you, and it's the only way that you feel that you can have peace, stop the noise, make everything go away, and just be internal. And this is one way to do it, because it just sets you away from reality. And by doing this, it impedes your decision making. You can make major errors if you are craving alcohol, and not just being on alcohol, but craving the alcohol, because it is an all consuming, painful thought process that it's hard to just move past. When you're at home with your family or you're with your friends, you're struggling maybe with these cravings because you're having a fight with your spouse about something, and it's adding to your stress, and it's building and building. Maybe one of your children or your dog knocks something over that was important, and it sets you off because you're already, your teeth are already on edge because you're fighting these cravings, and then you explode, and maybe you're angry and you're causing arguments, and you're unable to communicate. You just want to shut yourself in a room and be away from everybody. And again, you're losing that human connection. And it can be very, very hard when you're having these conflicts at home as well. And over time, if these cravings are just on your back constantly, it's going to end up affecting you in more ways than just the craving. If you haven't experienced depression around alcoholism, it will creep up because you need another way to cope. And what means is, alcoholism is usually I would consider a gateway drug, right? This is your easy access for that dopamine hit to feel, numb to the pain or the suffering or the trauma that you're experiencing within your work related life, maybe even at home. And it can lead to bigger and bigger addiction problems, leaving alcohol behind. And we don't want you to get to that point. We want you to be able to manage and not have to deal with those cravings eating away at you all day, every day, consuming all of your thoughts. So, with the type of therapy that I offer, I work with people who have alcohol cravings, or nicotine cravings, vaping cravings, food cravings, and we help you subside them so that you have control. Now, if you are a recovering alcoholic, you need to be obviously maybe in an AA situation, maybe you're in traditional therapy. Perhaps if you are considering it, you maybe should, look into it a little bit deeper and maybe even make an appointment. But for us, what we do at Jennifer Kranjec Hypnosis is we actually deal with the cravings. And what we do is we find your core problem within a hypnosis session. Now, in hypnosis, for the therapeutic hypnosis that I do, you have control over your session. You are awake, you are hearing, you are speaking, you are interacting, and you are discovering these things within a hypnosis session that you might not consciously be aware of. And this is where the mind learns what it needs to do to help you completely stop having these cravings. And you're going to find other ways to resolve the issues around that core problem. Your addiction cravings are going to come down, because what happens is when we deal with this core issue, it starts knocking out all of the side effects of that core issue. And the alcohol cravings are one of those side effects. So you might find in other areas of your life will improve as well, just because we've knocked out a core issue. But the cravings are going to come down. And that's going to help you manage any other treatment that you may be going through. So if you are going to a therapist or you're going to AA, something like that, this is going to work beautifully in conjunction to help you move forward. You're going to feel better. Your relationships are going to improve. You're going to have a happier life. You're not going to be blowing through your money spending money on alcohol. You're going to be able to be more functionable at work. You're going to be able to have more patience with people that you're working with in the cases that you're working with. You're going to have clearer decision making, which is highly important, especially depending on the type of medicine you are working on, or if you're a surgery, life changing decisions. You're going to have more empathy for other people, because you're going to want to have a connection with other people and be more social around them. And you're not going to feel like you're so isolated anymore the way you may be feeling now. If you have any more questions about the type of work that I do to help people in your position and in your field of work, I would love to hear from you. Please shoot me off a message. I'm happy to get back to you and discuss this further. And I also have a lot of information on my social media, on my website, and also on YouTube. So if you want to explore more videos or some more written content, please check it all out. I have a link for my website there in the description. And if you would like to book a free online consultation with me, all of my consultations are on Zoom, and you can see my Calendly link within this posting as well. And all of sessions that I have with you, no matter where you are in the world, we work online over Zoom so that you can be in a safe place where you feel comfortable. Maybe you're at home. All sessions are 100% private and off traditional medical records. So if you are interested in this, please give me a shout out. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope this was informative and has maybe resonated with you in some way. And that is all for today. That's my video, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.